Hi there, I'm Peter Hartman, and you're watching The Appreciationist, the pre-show. Well, technically, the pre-show starts at 6:45 p.m. every Wednesday. It goes until 7 p.m. To the beginning of the show. This is where you can make sure that your webcam works, make sure that your microphone works, and get on board on the same page. A little late start today, show starting in about 2 minutes, so we're going to be posting everything out there right now. If you're having any trouble coming in online, if you want to participate with the show, you want to be on the show with your webcam and microphone or just your microphone, you can go to our meetup page. Click on the event for today and click on the link that's in the comments right there below. So that's meetup.com/TLOA-MTL. That's meetup.com/TLOA, as in Law of Attraction, MTL, as in Montreal. And you can find our event right there and join us. The link is posted there. It's a little hard to find because it's made so that, random people are not just coming on board. If you follow the instructions that are in the description of this event, then what you will have received at the beginning of the show was an invitation to come to the show. So you would have checked your Google notifications and you can come in through there. But if you have any trouble, please find a link on our meetup page. Hi, Val.
Hi, Peter. How are you?
How are yourself?
Fine, thank you.
It's good.
I think I'm going to put my headphones just in case.
Okay. So I'm just going to make sure that I'm ready here. Let's see. Just making sure that we are set here. Oh, yes.
I'm checking my cat in the balcony at the same time. So if I need to leave,
no worries.
Late, don't wonder why.
I'm looking for. Okay, I guess we'll start. Do you have, I'm looking for a, what a good idea. I have some, but I'm not sure they're that great. I wonder if you have anything in.
What was it? I had thought of one at some point and then it totally,
Excuse me. Well, okay. Well,
I think it was an app or what was it? I can't remember.
I really like apps, but I don't think I have one that's great for people. Let me just see real quick. Well, there's one that I said before, but it might bear. Okay. Well.
No, I think you guys have probably talked of Jink before.
That's right.
So that there was something lately which I thought was brilliant, and I, of course.
No worries. I'm sure we'll between now and then we'll. Oh, wait, did I mention this? Oh yeah, I did mention it. I'm sure between now and then. Yeah.
Oh, I thought Sam was there.
Yeah, she's probably getting set up.
Well, I'm sure. Yeah, there's something that I've been using recently because a cousin of mine mentioned it, but you guys probably know it. It's called it's a Google Plus extension, Ad Block.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I didn't have it, and then now I think it's just I love it. It saves me so much time and grief. So
Yeah, no, it's incredible. I'm really surprised that most people don't know about that.
Oh, that's it. I didn't know about it, and it was like, wow, this is great.
But there's only one reason why I haven't said it yet. It's because we have ads on our page. So.
Okay. All right.
We won't edit it out here, but that's why. I mean, our ads are specific. They're not random. But if you have them, then
yeah.
But there is a site. Maybe we've talked about before, but it might be cool for some people to check out. Do you think we ever talked about Udemy, the online courses?
I know about it, but I don't think you've ever talked about it. But I haven't been on every single one of the Appreciationists, so it's
Well, we'll assume that people haven't watched every single episode as well. So, Udemy. So that's great. So we're gonna start right. Well, I guess we'll wait till Sam is ready.
I don't have my moment of appreciation. I better think of it. I have my what's for.
What's mine? I had drinks with friends and
hold on. Oh, actually, I've got them in my box right here. Hold on. You guys are gonna get to. Isn't that convenient? All right. Wow, never thought of that. I have my tablet on the box where I have my book on my gratitudes. This is
nice.
Perfect. I know.
Okay, just
Hello.
Hola.
Hey, Missy, how are you?
Good, and you?
Fine, I missed you.
I missed you too.
I'll probably see you on Friday.
Good. What is Friday? What's happening Friday? What's Friday?
You have a meetup.
Yes.
Well, I'm so glad I get to remind you.
So many different things, and then coming back to reality after a few days out of here, it was.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's funny. We've gotten to the point where you have to check your schedule, your calendar every day, and somebody asks you, "Oh, do you want to do something?" And you're like, "Hang on, let me check." And you have to legitimately check your calendar because you forget all kinds of things. You were supposed to meet up with somebody. I suggested Monday, and Sam's like, "Monday, you have to do a comedy," and I was like, "Oh, that's right." Happening. Okay, so we're gonna get started at 7:05, and we'll do our best to end on time-ish. I guess I'll go first for a moment of appreciation. Give you guys time to think.
That would be good. Yeah.
Or Sam. I know Sam has one. I mean, yours at the top of your head.
Any. Actually, she can take mine. Go ahead. I'll give you mine. No.
I'm good anyway, anytime.
Okay, Sam will go first. I'll go second, and Val will go third. And yeah, so let's get to the start of the show. You guys ready?
Let's go. Yep.
Okay, here we go. Everything's set. Okay, cool. Hi there, you're watching The Appreciationist. Thank you very much for joining us. On tonight's show, we're talking about the top 5 law of attraction myths. Yeah, there are things we believe about the law of attraction that aren't actually true or completely accurate. So we're going to get to that later in the show. But before we get to that, I want to say hi to my friends in the room, to our lovely producer here, Sam. How are you doing, Sam?
Good, you?
Great, great. Good to see you. And our co-host, Valerie. How are you doing, Valerie?
Fine. Good to be here.
Awesome. I kept thinking maybe I should start saying Valérie, because it is a French name. People call me Pierre.
Yeah, Val, whatever.
You're good with it? Okay, cool. No
I'm good with anything. I mean, as long as it sticks to my name or something close to it.
Something close to it. Something close to it. Awesome. Look, the most important thing we do during the show is called a moment of appreciation. That's where we look back at the past 7 days and we pick out something that we appreciate. It can be something good that happened that's easy to appreciate, or it can be something that wasn't so great but you can see the value in now. The more we appreciate, the more we exercise our appreciation muscles, and the better at it we become. So let's give ourselves a reason to do that right now. Sam, I know you've got wonderful moments of appreciation. Let's hear him.
Okay, so I went to the Open Mind Festival. I found out a few months ago that I was going to be a therapist at the Open Mind Festival, and so I went, and I got back a couple of days ago. So this is my moment of appreciation. It was a wonderful experience. I was like very nervous to go to begin with, very out of my comfort zone, something I'm not used to, going camping 3 days with like thousands of people I don't know. Last minute I found out I had to drive there alone, so I was a little bit anxious about that because I don't drive often, and so when I do, I'm a little bit unsure, and I've never driven that long by myself. And so there were a lot of challenges coming up to the event. There was a lot of excitement. I was really into it, but then there were also challenges. So I found it a little anxiety provoking, and I had to really focus. That's where I had to practice what I preach. And so I did. And so I did. And so I drove the 2.5 hours to get to the event on my own. I put up my tent on my own, which I've never done before. I assumed that I could never do that sort of thing. I need Peter, you know. So I did that, and then I was there. The event was spectacular. Thousands of people there. There was a healing village. That's where I was doing my life coaching. There was music, there was a community kitchen, there were meditations, singing. Like it was really a wonderful event. And my moment of appreciation, what I really got out of it was a new growth in myself. It was showing myself that even though I was nervous, even though it was out of my comfort zone, that I was able to focus and that I was able to have a really good time. And, you know, by the last day, I was hoping that it would be longer. I didn't want to come home because I really felt comfortable. I really felt like this is a really nice place to be. And what I realized is that it could have gone poorly. Like, depending on how I focused, I felt that I could have had a bad time if I didn't catch myself and didn't talk to myself and say, it's okay, you know, you're alone, but, you know, you're doing a wonderful job. And, like, I really encouraged myself the whole time, even driving there, you know, I had to breathe and focus. And so my moment of appreciation really is the fact that I had growth out of this experience and that I made it a wonderful experience. By the second day, I felt like in the zone. I felt like a hippie because there were a lot of hippies there, like really like down to earth, but very hippie-like, and like hugs, like non-stop hugs and all sorts of things like that. And so by the second day, I really felt calm, serene, proud of myself, just enjoying like sitting there, relaxing, being in the water. And my sessions went extremely well. They were only 30-minute sessions, so I had to like be on. Like I had to be able to get a good enough stuff in there for people to feel the value, and it worked. And so there's like just so much I can say, obviously, since it's like a huge thing. But that's my moment of appreciation, the fact that I was able to focus and then really have a great time.
Nice. Who can see the pictures and the videos? Where can we see that? Pictures and videos?
Samantha Barley, Life Coach on Facebook.
Nice, very, very cool. And you said you were alone, but you did have one friend.
Oh, goodness, yes. So Sam was there. A member from our meetup, I convinced him to go a few weeks before, and he went for the whole week, and he is the hippie type, so he loved it. He was in his element. We had a lot of fun running through the woods, like acting like children, screaming, like playing. Yeah, so I was very happy to have Sam there. I got to see him after my shifts, and we got to do things together and eat together, and so that made it so much better. It was just so great. Nice. And then he drove all the way home for me, so that was wonderful.
Really, really cool. Well, awesome. I know I heard all about it, but it's really nice hearing it again. It definitely looked like something very exciting. And you said the next one's in 2 years. I know somebody was asking about it, so the next one is in...
Every 2 years they do it. I guess because it's so huge, I'm not sure, but yeah.
So I guess we'll have to schedule our own. We'll have to do our own...
That's right. That's right.
Thousands of people. Excellent. Really, really cool. Wonderful. I'll go next. So I've been having a good time. You know, my own appreciation isn't necessarily one moment, although I do have one to tell you guys. It's really... because of our subscription plans, because people are supporting us, because people are becoming subscribers, it's really helping us to do a lot more. We can plan more, we can think more, and it's been very exciting. It's been very energizing, and my head is filled with even more ideas. I thought I was at capacity with all the ideas that I have, but I have even more. And so there's more things coming down the pike, more interesting things, more fun things, and it's all thanks to our subscribers. So thank you so much for giving us your support, your time, your energy. It's really helping out. We had a new members meetup. It was just excellent. All the questions were on point. We went really deep, really in depth with the law of attraction. Hopefully we made some more members to our group, but it was super, super fun to have them there. And I was like, I don't know. I really love getting into things that we haven't talked about much, but really rehashing the things that we know 100% for those people who are new to the subject is really, really cool. So it's like a teacher going into their class one more year, and yes, they've done the teaching the math, they've taught the French, they've taught whatever they've taught year after year, but then you get a fresh batch of people, and that really feels very fun. And then I've been having fun just going out, trying to be more social, more FaceTime. Met up with my friend Jai and Matt, and really had fun talking to them. I hang out with Alex, so doing more of that, spending more time FaceTime with people, becoming more social, and that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm challenging myself to do. And then the last thing was, well, Sam and I, we had, I guess this is for the last segment, but we went to a Universal, and we haven't been there in a little while. It was kind of interesting to have that big plate of food stuffing it in my stomach, but there you go.
Universal's a restaurant. People might not know what Universal is.
Oh yeah, Universal is a restaurant. It's in Montreal, downtown, on Saint-Denis. Delicious stuff, affordable stuff. It was really cool. And beautiful weather, right? We had this like heat spike, and then now like there's these beautiful days, beautiful sunny days, so it's really, really nice. That's it for me.
I'm next. Okay, so my moment of appreciation, it may not have been in the past 7 days, I can't remember, but it's the last time I had a French meetup. And it was so much fun. I'm enjoying those more and more, honestly. It's almost like it's natural. I mean, I'm not there yet completely, but I can't believe I ever doubted doing that. So I'm really grateful to you guys, and it was fun. We had people that were funny. I mean, really, it was a very light conversation, and so yes, it was a lot of fun. Some people that were not even that didn't RSVP but still showed up, so that was interesting. Somebody came from Candiac. I'm like, wow, okay.
Wow.
Way to the east end of Montreal, so that was commitment for you. I mean, that's getting out of your comfort zone for sure. So it was neat. It was just a fun group, really, and people that have been coming since I started also. So and bringing new people with them. So that was a lot of fun. So the topic was perspective, and it was I really enjoyed it, and we laughed. So that was even better.
Yay! That's awesome. Oh, that's really sweet. That's really, really cool. I'm so excited to hear that. I have such love in my heart for French people, and I just can't serve them, and so it's wonderful that you're having pleasure doing that. Really, really cool. That's excellent. I see our friend here. I don't know if she can hear or see us.
It says her name's Cindy.
Cindy, I don't know if you can hear or see us, but thank you so much for participating with us. If you just want to watch, if you want to stay in the room, you can definitely do that. If you just want to watch, you can just go to theappreciationist.com and watch it there. You don't have to be on camera in order to watch the show. But if you ever want to jump in, if you want to pop in, please feel free. But thank you so much for coming on to the show with us. Those are our moments of appreciation, and it was fun. I love not only sharing my moments of appreciation, but hearing them. And so if you ever want to come on to the show and share your moments of appreciation, please feel free. It's what we do here. You guys know what's next, right? The joke of the week. You guys ready for the joke of the week? Okay, so we have to pick between two words. One is imagine, and the other one is camping. Imagine and camping. So I think imagine came from Val, and camping came from Sam. So let's.
That sounds good. I'll go with
Camping.
Val.
She said camping.
Oh, she said camping too. Okay, both two for camping. Excellent. So camping wins. Imagine gets moved over for another week. What do we want to replace camping with next week?
Vegetable garden.
What about decision?
What's wrong with vegetable garden?
It's too many letters. I mean, vegetable garden.
exactly.
What am I writing an encyclopedia?
Hey!
I'm not writing a thesis here. I want a word.
Third decision is good.
I think garden is good. So garden is good. Are you okay with garden?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Salmon are outdoor things. Okay. Garden.
Even Samuel, like he's all into gardening and stuff like that, and so the Open Mind Festival, like that's what's in my head: camping, gardening, all that good stuff.
Awesome. Okay, perfect. So here's our joke for camping. Here we go. Okay. You guys ready?
Yes.
I hope I haven't said this one before. I know I read it before, but I don't know if I said it. Okay, it's a little mean, but you know, I'm a little mean. So, a woman gets on a bus with her baby. The bus driver says, "That's the ugliest baby I've ever seen." Ugh. The woman goes to the rear of the bus and sits down, fuming. She says to a man next to her, "The driver just insulted me." The man says, "You go right up there and you tell him off. Go ahead. I'll hold your monkey for you." So mean. Oh, it's so mean.
It's funny.
Look, it's an imaginary ugly baby.
They're talking about Baron, aren't they?
No, how dare you? How dare
Oh my God. Oh, now you've done it.
No, I wouldn't insult a real baby. I mean, not to its face. Okay, so you guys, that's the joke of the week. That's really fun. Thank you guys for laughing at that. We got to move on to the show. The next part of the show is called What a Great Idea, and that's where I point you in the direction of an idea, a product, a service, a person that's worth your attention, because whatever we give our attention to becomes a greater part of our experience. So why not give our attention to great ideas? This idea is called, it's a website called Udemy.com, UDEMY.com, Udemy.com. And on Udemy, you get to explore all kinds of courses. There are free courses, there are paid courses. I even believe we have a law of attraction course on there. And if you ever want to present a course to someone, if you ever want to create something, you can do that on this site. It's free to get it up there. Udemy takes a commission off of the sales. And so it's a wonderful way for you to get your message out there, for you to teach people if you want to, or to learn new things. So I think it's an excellent site. There are, of course, other sites like it, but Udemy is pretty cool. UDEMY.com. Okay, you guys. The topic for today's show is top 5 myths about the law of attraction. Top 5 law of attraction myths. Okay, so I'm working on a talk for. Okay, this is really fun. Okay, so I'm working on a talk for August 22nd, which is our next major event. It's going to be at the Atwater Library. It's called Shatter. It's about, we're going to confront the 10 law of attraction myths. So 10 law of attraction myths. Today we're just going to limit ourselves to 5. Is that cool?
Yeah. Can't wait to hear what.
Am I moving slow motion, or is my voice coming through okay?
Yeah, your voice is coming okay. Sometimes it's a little slow motion, but not always.
Okay, as long as my voice is cool. So I have 10 here. I'm going to choose 5. I don't know if these are the top ones, but let's see how this goes. Actually, you know what? Let me just... Yeah, everything's closed. Okay, so the first one. This is the myth, okay? You are attracting from outside of yourself. You guys know this myth? Like, people think that when they're using the law of attraction, they're like attracting something to them that they do not have. Okay, it's myth number 1. There's some really good ones here, so I want to save the best ones. So maybe I'm not going to go for the top ones, but we'll see how this goes. Positivity means being happy, right? When I first learned about the law of attraction, I thought that positive thought was a happy thought, right? And so that's a myth. Is that a myth that you feel like people have out there? That in order to be positive, you have to be happy?
Probably.
Yeah, I think so.
We don't all have these myths, but they are the predominant ones that I hear. Man, these are good. I really want to dive into them more. But okay, negative people hold you back. Negative people hold you back.
That's what people really think. Yes.
That's right. So how many? That's how many is that? So that's
3.
So you are attracted from outside of yourself. Positivity means being happy, and negative people hold you back. That's 3. The universe is listening. This is controversial. Okay, the universe is listening, and so that's a myth that I want to tackle. And then also, the law of attraction needs to be activated. So this idea that sometimes you're using the law of attraction and other times you're not. Right. So that's a myth out there.
Okay.
And the last one is the law of attraction is magic. Okay. Some magical power that you have, this magical ability. And you know, I don't really see it that way. So let's tackle it. Okay. So you are attracting from outside of yourself. Do any of you believe that? Do any of you still believe that you're attracting from outside of yourself?
Nope.
No.
You know what my follow-up question is, right?
Go
Why
for
not?
it.
Why not? Why don't you guys believe that? Because Peter says so. But what else?
Yeah, because you're all knowing, Peter. Well, it appears or it feels that way, but it's not. It all comes from inside.
Excellent. That's exactly right. We live in a world where appearances are deceiving. I like that appearances are deceiving, right? When you go to a movie and it looks like people are there walking down the street, it's really wonderful to be sort of wrapped into that illusion, convinced that you're looking at some world through a screen. But appearances can be deceiving, and it looks like you're attracting to you from outside of yourself, but what you're really doing is you're amplifying that which you are, and you're discovering it, you're seeing it in your reality. So when you go to a car dealership and you see the car that you really love and you say, oh, that's my car, I attracted it to me. But what's really happening is that all the components that cause within you the desire for that car existed, meaning that the car itself existed and you were influenced by that. And so when you're seeing it, what you're seeing is an amplification, a reflection of what you are. I like to go fast. I like red cars. I like a Mustang. And so when I see it, it looks like it wasn't there and now it is, but what's really happening is that I'm seeing myself. I'm seeing an aspect of myself outside of myself. Now, at our new members meetup, I talked to people and I said, look at this table. We were sitting at this table with this wooden table right there. And I said, this table, where was it before it was this table? And I said, wasn't it in a tree, right? Wasn't this wood in a tree? And so when you're looking at the tree, you're actually looking at a table, but it's in a different form. And so what creation actually is, the law of attraction is about creating. What creation actually is recreation, right? And I love that word because récréation in French reminds me of playtime, right? It's about having fun. It's not about making something that doesn't exist. It's about using what you have in order to achieve some measure of joy, some measure of satisfaction. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, I like that. I like the recreation thing. Yeah.
Yeah, récréation. I really like that. Sam, what do you think? So, anything to add to that? I think that's pretty clear.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, no, because if we spend like 5 minutes on each, then. Yeah. But no, I agree. Yeah, that's the way.
Yeah, that one's pretty simple. I think we talked about that. So, the next one is positivity means being happy. Okay, what is a positive thought and what is a negative thought, Sam?
Positive thought is that which is constructive. A negative thought is that which is destructive.
Destructive, exactly right. A positive thought is not a thought that necessarily makes you feel happy, although it can. A positive thought is that which is constructive. So if you're depressed and you have no power and you tell yourself, ooh, I'm going to break something. Well, that is a better feeling thought. It's not a happy thought, but it is constructive. It's far better to take your power out, even if it's in a destructive way, than it is to feel absolutely powerless, right? It's far better to feel frustrated than it is to feel angry. It's far better to feel bored than it is to feel irritated, and so on and so forth. So you can move yourself up the emotional scale by recognizing that every thought that moves you towards what you're wanting is constructive. It may not be happy at first. Eventually, it will be that way, but it doesn't have to be that way. Make sense?
Makes sense.
I would say so. Positivity would be anything that is better than it was, like a better feeling thought, a better feeling emotion. Anything that is a step up from where you were couldn't be seen as positive.
Exactly. That's exactly right. A constructive thought is a better thought. It's one that betters you. It doesn't mean that it's good or absolutely good or where you want to be, but it is better. That's exactly what you're saying. A step up. I really like that. That's really cool.
And you can find on the internet the emotional scale or vibrational scale, and then you see the different emotions and how you're going up. So.
Very good. Yeah. If you ever want, just take a minute out and Google the emotional scale. It really puts things into perspective, right? Because we think of our emotions as all over the place, but they really fall along this range, and you can move yourself up vibrationally. Okay, so that's number 2. Positivity means being happy. Okay, the next thing: negative people hold you back. Sam, you can take this one. Negative people hold you back.
It's your perspective. It's your perception of what they're doing. So if somebody's negative around you and they're saying something to put you down, the only reason it's going to put you down is if you incorporate it, if you accept it, accept what they're saying. So it really is your perception of what's going on around you. So one person can be, in a restaurant and it's extremely loud and noisy and they really don't like what's going on and they're, they don't feel good at all. But then another person can see it as, or somebody who's feeling a little bit better can see it as, oh, there's so much life in here. There's so much excitement. Everybody's happy. Everybody's loud. No. So it's really your perspective of other people and what's going on around you.
Very, very good. I really like that. And you have a meetup where you talk about dealing with negative people, right?
That's right. Dealing with difficult. I say dealing with difficult people.
Difficult. Yeah, that's right. Difficult people. And I know people really like that. That's why I picked on you for that one. Val, can negative people actually be constructive? What benefit do negative people provide?
Well, first of all, they're good. They're good to work with because you get to, as Sam was saying, you get to change your perspective or your perception, and you get to choose how you feel around them, and you get to choose how you talk to them, how you deal with them, how you may want to influence them, but first how you feel about them, and that changes everything. So I was going to say they're a good target, but that's not what I mean. It's somebody or something to work with. So it's a good, I can't find the word. I mean,
they're a good excuse to help you focus.
Right, that's it. Yeah, they're a good reason to help
absolutely,
you.
And that's absolutely right. And isn't it? It doesn't have to be this way, but don't human beings typically start to focus, start to pay attention when things are not going well? And so when you're around negative people, now you're awake to the fact that you're not liking what's going on. Now, like Valerie says, you have far more clarity to choose, far more ability to choose, because they're defining it. They're providing the contrast of your experience and showing you what you'd rather be. So negative people, praise negative people. And I'll tell you, the day you know you're dealing with negative people properly is when they start making you laugh. They say their negative thing, and it kind of makes you feel humorous. It's kind of funny. I listen to political news all the time, MSNBC and CNN and Fox News, and it's hilarious. I love it. It just reminds me of how silly some people can be. Not everybody, but some people. So that's excellent. The universe is listening. So this one is a kind of a big one. We're going to dive more into it on August 22nd, but the universe is listening. So we talked about appearances being deceiving. So it can look like the universe is listening to you because it's kind of hard to imagine how you can do all that's going on. But what I'd like to say here, just to scratch the surface of this myth, is that you're the one who's listening. The universe, the ears it listens with are your ears. The mouth that it speaks with is your mouth. The hands that it creates with are your hands. And so you are the universe. And I want to sort of end the divide between me and the universe, just like I wanted to end the divide between human beings and God. There's no division there. And if the universe seems to be listening to you, what you want to do is recognize that you're listening more clearly to yourself. And the more you sort of take on the responsibility, take on the power that you ascribe to the universe, the more empowered you will feel. And I think the better listener you'll become. So we'll dive into that. That's a deep one. We'll get to that in our talk.
I can add a little bit to that.
Please.
So I was chatting with Peter after the Open Mind Festival, and I was saying there were a lot of synchronicities that were happening. When I am feeling good, when I'm feeling really connected with myself, synchronicities seem to happen. Things that you know, things just go well. I run into people. We have wonderful conversations. It's like, oh my God, I was just thinking the same thing. All those sort of things happen. And so I was asking Peter a little bit of questions to see, like, okay, what is that exactly? What is that? What does that mean? And what I got out of it is that synchronicities are happening all the time. Be it good or be it bad, depending on my mood, depending on my state of being, I am viewing these things as good or bad, but synchronicities are happening all the time. I'm not sure if I'm explaining it properly. So say I'm in a good feeling place, I'm more open to be social around people. Definitely when I'm feeling good, I'm more talkative, I'm chatting with people, and so things are likely to come up that wouldn't normally come up if I was in a state of being of feeling negative. I'm feeling closed off to people. And so the way that I see it is that it's not the universe answering me, it's that I am the universe, and the more that I am in touch with myself, the more likely it is that I'm going to have these wonderful conversations, or my eyes are going to be open and I'm going to see that person, or I'm going to see that thing, or I'm going to go that direction because it just feels better to me. And so instead of saying the universe is talking to me or the universe is listening, it's more I am the universe, and the more I'm in connection, in harmony with myself, the more I'm in harmony with everything going on around me.
I really like that. Yeah, that's exactly right. It's about becoming aware of the synchronicities that are around you, accepting that, of course, you're swimming in an ocean of synchronicity, and you may not recognize where you're coming from or where you're going to, but you are flowing, and the more you pay attention to what's going on, the more you can make those connections, and the more you express yourself, you amplify the possibilities that are around you, amplify your reach and the possibilities that you can access. Very, very cool. Okay, so we did. You are attracted from outside of yourself. Okay, so that's one myth. Positivity means being happy. That's another myth that we tackled. Negative people hold you back. That's number 3. The universe is listening. Number 4, and the last one, the law of attraction is magic. Okay, and the reason I got into this whole myth thing is that we had this conversation. Maybe we talked about it during the show. We had this conversation. I think Val, you were in that meetup too. Where somebody was overhearing us in this tea shop, and at the end of our conversation, he comes over, and he wanted to join our conversation, join what we were talking about. He said, "You know what you guys are talking about is really cool." And then we handed him our flyer, the law of attraction flyer, and he was like, "Oh yeah, the law of attraction, that's garbage. That's not true." And you know, I kind of find it hard to disagree with him because I completely get it. I completely get that the traditional view of the law of attraction does come across as being magical, right? I wanted a parking space, and then zap, I got the parking space. Well, there's a lot more to it than that. And although our perspective is limited, so it looks like we can't figure out how we got from here to there and how this thing happened, all the actions, everything that you do creates a ripple effect in your world. And it changes the way your brain works, it changes what you see, it changes the way people interact with you. And at the end of the day, the law of attraction isn't magic, though it can seem magical, and that's really the difference here. It isn't magic. It isn't some power where you're going to go to a bar and zap magnetic rays to a girl and draw her over to you so you can take her to your house. What's really happening is that you are using these law of attraction principles. You're using these power principles in order to amplify that which you are. And when you amplify that which you are, it spills over to physical reality. You start seeing more and more of it. And so it's not magic. It's right there. It is magical. It feels wonderful, and you know, not everybody has to spend as much time as we do explaining these things, right? You can just go ahead and enjoy the magic of life, but just know that it's not magical. It's under your control. It's under your power. There's a famous person who said, unfortunately, I can't remember the exact thing. I'm paraphrasing the quote, but he says, you know, if you show technology to any sort of if you show technology or devices today to a species, people who weren't technologically advanced, they would think of your iPhone, they would think of your computer as magic, right? And it's not magic. It's just hard to explain. And so we live in a world where we come up with all kinds of reasons, all kinds of excuses. It could be God, it could be angels, it could be ghosts, it could be aliens, it could be magic, the law of attraction. But the truth is, there's a lot more going on that we don't understand. But those aspects that we do understand, we can take charge of that. And when we take charge of that, then we exist in a world of our choosing, just like Valerie is saying. It's the product of our choice. And in that choosing comes real magic. look, we got a lot more myths to get to. So let's start. The second half of the Appreciationist starts right now. So we're going to be here for another hour. So just hang in there with us. You guys are awesome. That's a fun conversation. I really liked it. You guys like tackling those myths?
Yeah.
It's interesting, right? And just all three of us, like, how much of this did we like not understand a year ago?
And honestly, I mean, there's some of them where I'm not 100% there yet. I still, you know, I still go to, oh yeah, positive and negative. Sometimes, you know, and the universe is listening. There's that too, you know. Sometimes I like to think that way, so it suits me, you know.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, but it's fun to see it and revisit all of those.
Excellent, and I feel exactly the same way, right? I really love the stories that we tell ourselves, and there's power in those beliefs, right? It doesn't matter what is true. What matters is what we believe. And if you believe that the universe is listening, and on some level, I would say it is. I'm just saying you are the thing that's listening, right? And a part of what I want to talk about on August 22nd is you're not just you. You're not just this limited being. You're far, far bigger. And when we say the universe, we sort of delegate our power to something else. And I just want people to realize it's you, and you're bigger than you think. And those ideas can work in synergy. Sam, you wanted to say something?
Well, I wanted to say, I don't know how to actually bring it up, but I want to say that yesterday was the 5-year anniversary of the Law of Attraction Montreal meetup group. And so I just wanted to congratulate Peter for starting it and saying thank you, and it's just incredible to be a part of it. And I just wanted to say it on air. We're going to have a celebration coming up in a few days, but I just wanted to say it on air while Val was still there, not at the end, you know, and just like say congratulations. And that, I mean, this has changed my life incredibly in the last 5 years. Like, I'm not the same person I was, and so thank you, Peter.
Well, same here. It's only been 2 years for me, but honestly, I'm not the same person either. It's amazing the changes, the benefits that I'm getting from this group. So yeah.
Oh, that's so awesome. Oh, that's so awesome. And I'm changed too, right? If you heard me 5 years ago, I was nothing like I am today. It took
You're still awesome. You're still awesome.
Yeah, I was still awesome, but it took me like 3 hours to answer a 5-minute question. So. Because of the interactions I had with you guys, you know, we're all in this together, and none of us does it alone. And so if you're thanking me, then I just have to reflect that back to you. So thank you guys for participating. You guys make it fun, right? Not just information, it's life and it's fun. Really, really cool. Another fun topic, what's for dinner? Right? What did you eat in the last 7 days, or what are you about to eat tonight that you like?
I'll go. So at the Open Mind Festival, for the 4 days that I was there, I had only vegan food, very healthy food, and so it was very wonderful. But the best part was Sam. He was like really in love with being in the kitchen, the collective kitchen, and he was making things with his whole heart, his whole love. He was just so excited seeing him cook. Oh, I put a picture on Facebook of him cooking because he was just lit up doing that. And so I think the first night I saw him, he was like, oh, "You want food? You want food?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm hungry. I'm hungry." And he's like, he gave me this beautiful plate, you know, with salad and vegetables and fruits, and just we sat under a tree and I ate his like loving food. It was just so nice. It was just so good, and I could just feel how healthy it was for me. And we had a lot of conversations about health and food and all of that stuff because he's very much into that. And so it was that's my what's for dinner moment, and I guess in a moment of appreciation. Yeah. I could just feel how good it was for me as I was eating it. So it was great. It was wonderful.
Great.
I think we all know you still want to be there. You don't want to be here at all.
Come over, Peter. Make me a nice vegan meal.
Yeah, I'll have to figure it out. Val, what's for dinner?
It was today. I went to a coffee shop I had never been to with a friend of mine, and it's called Café. What was it? Oui mais non Café, and it's on Jarry. And I had really good tea, and I had yogurt with granola and candied pears. It was delicious. And the tea was called Pamplemousse Poivrée. It's a mix of green tea and black tea and I guess some grapefruit as well. And it was the perfect balance. It was tasty. 'Cause I have a hard time with green tea, and I love black tea, but it was just perfect. I had it twice. It was so good, and the way they present it, and the whole place is just amazing. The atmosphere is really nice. We spent the whole afternoon there. It was really a really good find. I was really happy with it.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. I never even heard of those things. That sounds really, really good. Excellent. So I had a raspberry beer at Benelux. Oh, it was so good. It was almost like a smoothie, like a beer smoothie. It was so smooth. It was like velvety. It had such a strong flavor of raspberries, but it also tasted like beer, so it didn't taste like some sugary drink. It was one of the tastiest beers I've ever had, so that was really cool. And at Universal, we had this is not vegan or vegetarian at all, but we had eggs over easy. We had potatoes. We had a crepe, banana, and strawberries, and croutons, and beans, and cantaloupe, and pineapple, and
you got extra bacon. You weren't even supposed to get bacon.
Sausage,
you got bacon.
Extra bacon. That's right. It was so good. So that was really fun. Excellent. Well, too bad we don't have Betty here and her broccoli soup, but I think you guys, I'm picking on her. She's not here. I shouldn't pick on her. You guys are really awesome. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you, Cindy, for being a silent observer. Really, really love that. Really like having you here. You had fun today?
Yes.
Yep.
As usual.
Excellent. Well, take care, you guys.
Have a great week. Bye.
That was so much fun. Okay, so just going to let you guys know what's coming up next for us. Just keep an eye open. So actually, I didn't write down all our calendar events, but the one that I really want you to look at, because I think a lot of our events are full now, but we have our Mingle event this Saturday, right, Sam?
Yes.
This Saturday Mingle event is at 5:30 p.m.
And it's not just a normal mingle, it's the 5-year anniversary mingle.
5-year anniversary, indeed. I can't believe it's been 5 years. Incredible.
That's going to be at John Doe Bar on Bishop Street.
In downtown. Please come out in big numbers. It's only $2. It's free for any subscribers. So please come out. Yeah, and have a beer, of course.
They have wonderful specials and stuff like that, even on the weekend. So
yeah, even on weekends they have happy hour specials. So come out. We also have a Shatter, which is going to be on August 22nd. That's going to be at the Atwater Library. It's only $20. Again, that's free for premium subscribers. For premium subscribers, it's $24 a month. You get access to everything that we do. I mean, everything that we do, including nature events. But if you want to come to that, that's only $20, and the tickets are going to be going on sale tonight. So please take a look at that. Sam, what do you have coming up?
Well, we can mention that there's decision-making community discussion happening this Thursday, August 6th, tomorrow, actually.
That's members only.
That is members only, and so there's a lot of space if you want to become a member. I think it's only $6 a month, and then you have a bunch of stuff. So if people want to come out to that, that'll be very fun. So I have a inspiration and motivation group life coaching on Friday. This is part of my Self-Discovery Montreal meetup. So it's not a part of the Law of Attraction Montreal, but I am, promoting my own thing here. So that's on Friday. And other than that, I have a group discussion on August 13th on self-love on the mountain.
Excellent. Awesome. Really cool. Look, we got a lot coming up. Go to lawofattraction.ca. You can click on calendar. It'll show you everything that we have coming up. You definitely want to get involved with us. Almost everyone who comes and hears what we're doing and sees us and feels our energy just falls in love. So you definitely want to come out. We have great things on the horizon for you. We have Law of Attraction cards coming out. We might have a retreat scheduling. I'm just teasing you because you definitely want to get on board. We're going to have a ton of fun. Is there anything left to say, Sam?
That's it.
Nothing. A little 5-second dance party. Really, really cool.
5 years. 5
years. 5 years. And it's been over a year now with the Appreciationist. So we're really hitting our stride here. It's going to be really, really cool. Take care, you guys. Have a nice night. Tune in next week for another exciting episode of The Appreciationist. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Val. Thank you, Cindy. See you, Beatty. Bye.